If someone had told me a year ago that my marriage would be teetering on the edge of betrayal in the most unexpected of places, a local community theater, I would have laughed them out of the room. But here I am, sitting in the parking lot of the Drake Theater, hands gripping the steering wheel, watching the doors where my wife disappeared hours ago. Not for the first time. I wonder how we got here. Emily and I had always shared a love for the arts. She was the expressive one, animated, charming, a born performer. I was more behind the scenes, the type to build sets and adjust lighting. It started innocently enough when we both joined the Drake Theater group to do something creative together. "It'll be fun," she said. Just like when we first met at that improv class. She had this sparkle in her eyes that reminded me of why I fell for her in the first place. That sparkle dimmed somewhere along the way. Her first big role came in the spring production of A Midsummer Night's Dream. She played Helena. I wasn't cast in anything that season, but I still showed up every evening after work to help build the forest set and adjust the lighting rigs. That's when I noticed it. Subtle at first, just long rehearsals, extra blocking sessions with her co-star, Noah Dane. Noah. Tall, confident, oozing charisma even when he wasn't performing. He was the type of guy who remembered everyone's name and their favorite drink after one conversation. He'd stroll in wearing a leather jacket and get claps on the back like he was Broadway royalty. I didn't like him, but I chalked it up to insecurity. Until Emily started mentioning him at home. "Did you know Noah used to be in a touring Shakespeare company?" she'd say casually over dinner. "He said I really brought out the desperation in Helena's monologue." At first, I tried not to read into it. She was just excited about her role, right? But then the texts started. I wasn't snooping, not really. She left her phone on the counter once, and when it buzzed, I glanced out of habit. "Tonight was electric. You made that scene burn. Can't wait for tomorrow." The name read simply ND. I didn't confront her. Not then. Instead, I played the fool. I told myself I was imagining things. That she would never do something like that. We had a history. A home. Memories. A dog we both spoiled like a child. But the signs kept piling up. She started coming home later. Told me the cast would grab drinks after rehearsal. She began wearing makeup more often, even on off days. Her laughter sounded different when she spoke to him, airier, unguarded. It felt like I was slowly being edited out of a picture I once belonged in. The night of the first dress rehearsal, I showed up unannounced. She didn't see me at first. I stood in the back of the darkened auditorium while she and Noah rehearsed a particularly emotional scene. Their chemistry was palpable. Too real. Too intimate. When he brushed a strand of hair from her face, her reaction wasn't acting. I knew it in my bones. Afterward, I waited by the loading dock. She was surprised to see me, too surprised. "Hey! What are you doing here?" she asked, hugging me just a beat too late. "I thought you had that work thing." "Got out early," I said. "Thought I'd come see you shine." She smiled, but it didn't reach her eyes. I watched her walk to her car, and I swear, as she drove away, I saw Noah watching from the shadows, hands in his coat pockets. He didn't smile. He just nodded once, as if confirming something I hadn't wanted to believe. That night, she crawled into bed like nothing had changed, like I couldn't still smell his cologne on her coat. I didn't say a word. Just stared at the ceiling and wondered when our script had flipped into tragedy. I don't know why I waited. Maybe I needed proof. Maybe I was just a coward, clinging to the sliver of a chance that I was wrong. That it was all some elaborate misunderstanding cooked up by my insecurities. But deep down, I already knew. You don't unfeel something like betrayal. You carry it. It festers, even when you pretend you're fine. The final show was on a Saturday night, and the house was packed. Every seat in the Drake Theater was taken. I sat dead center, second row. I needed to see it up close. Emily hadn't noticed me, too wrapped up in the pre-show whirlwind. She looked radiant under the lights, exactly how I remembered her from when we first met, alive, fearless, magnetic. But I could see it now, clear as the spotlight. That spark she used to reserve for me was shining entirely for someone else. The show was brilliant. They were brilliant. And that scene, the one that always made my stomach twist, was the same as always. But this time, it wasn't jealousy that burned in my chest. It was grief. After the curtain call, I waited backstage. Most people thought I was just another crew member waiting to congratulate the cast. But I wasn't there for applause or pleasantries. I was there for answers. I caught Emily in the hallway, still in costume, makeup smudged from sweat and stage tears. She froze when she saw me. "Hey," she said, her voice low. "You came." "Of course I came," I said. "You were great." And I meant it. She really was. But I didn't wait for a thank you. I glanced past her, and like clockwork, Noah rounded the corner, laughing with the stage manager. He stopped when he saw us, his face tightening. "I need to talk to my wife," I told him. To his credit, he backed off. Gave us space. Emily's expression shifted: guilt, defensiveness, fear. She knew. "Are you in love with him?" I asked, no theatrics, no raised voice. Just a man asking the woman he shared a life with to speak the truth. She didn't answer right away. Instead, she looked down, pulling at the frayed hem of her costume. "I don't know," she said finally. "It's not about love." It was. I felt seen. Alive. "You don't feel alive with me?" "It's not that simple." "It never is." She leaned against the wall, exhaling like she'd been holding her breath for weeks. "It started during rehearsals. We were spending so much time together. He made me feel like I was someone." "You are someone. You're my wife." "That's just it," she said. "I didn't want to be someone's anything for a while. I wanted to be Emily. Just Emily. Not the dog mom, not the dinner planner, not the woman who folds your socks just the way you like them." I didn't argue. Maybe I could have said something clever or cutting, but what was the point? It wouldn't erase the months of late-night lies or the way her eyes softened every time she looked at Noah on stage. "I'm moving out," I told her. "I signed a lease. Month to month. I'm not filing anything yet. I need space." Her eyes widened, and for a moment, I saw the panic set in. "You're leaving? You already left. You just didn't pack a suitcase." We stood in silence, listening to the murmur of the cast and crew celebrating just down the hall. The distant laughter felt like a cruel soundtrack. "I never meant to hurt you," she said. "I believe you. But you did." As I turned to leave, I saw Noah watching from a distance, his expression unreadable. I didn't say anything to him. I didn't need to. I wasn't walking away to punish either of them. I was walking away for myself. That night, I didn't go back to our house. I went to the small apartment I'd quietly furnished over the past few weeks. A place where the walls didn't whisper her name. I still think about her sometimes. About the life we built. The laughter. The inside jokes. The nights we spent dreaming about the future. I miss those moments. But I don't miss feeling like a stranger in my own marriage.